Yo, what is up, guys? In this video, just going to be breaking down two wins that I took on Monday. Took two shorts on the indices, one on the NASDAQ and one on the Dow Jones. Pretty much both of them equated to around 9 RR in total. Um, and I'm pretty much just going to break down why I took these trades, how the setups occurred, and how we took profits. So pretty much starting off from the high time frames. So both these trades were taken on the 15-second time frame for the entries. So on the Dow Jones, we had a bearish model on the 1 hour here, 2 hours also bearish. So I fully knew going into this day that we were looking for shorts. And yeah, the 1 hour has been bearish for quite some time on Dow. So we've been taking shorts this whole way down. But essentially, going down to the 15-minute model was also bearish here in distribution. We tapped into a supply zone from this break number 1 here on the 15-minute. And that supply zone is actually where we got our validation from. So our validation started from all the way up here, and then as you can see, we had a triple M up there that would have started the protected high, and then you could follow all the way down like this, the swing rule. And on the 4-minute here, we were in actually accumulation all the way up here, so no trades could be taken from up there. But once we broke down into distribution, that's when I was really looking at this more heavily. And this was approaching the end of New York session. We took this pretty late in the day, 2:45 p.m. ish. So yeah, it was getting pretty late, but sometimes the price just takes a while to give you the setup, and sometimes that happens towards the end of the session. So that's exactly what happened here. So our zone tap was all the way up here. Like I said, the swing rule just updated all the way down. MAs look completely fine here. And if we go to the entry, pretty much what I was looking for on the 15-second was we had a stage 1 right here. So I believe that we didn't have a stage. So with these 4 breaks down here, we had no clusters, I believe. Yeah, so we had no clusters in these 4 breaks. I was watching this whole area for a cluster, and then when we finally got one right here, we pretty much had to break down. We tapped the cluster zone, and then I put my sell stop at the next low, which was the beginning of stage 1. Stop loss was above this pullback here, and for all the indices, I used the ATR TP method. So using the ATR calculation, the TP was down at 5.65 RR. So it didn't take too long to hit it. I believe it went pretty quickly. Yep, and it was in the trade for like 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes. I ended up actually dumping a lot more, but that's fine. We follow our rules always. And yeah, this one was a plus 5.65 RR. And then heading over to NAS, I believe later into this day in Asia session, I took a short on NAS. So we're also going to go over that in this video. And I think I did take a loss on something also on Monday, which I wanted to go over. I don't even remember what it was on. But going into the end of last week, actually on Sunday, we took 3 break-evens in a row on NAS, which was kind of crazy. And then this was Monday night. So Monday night going into Asia session, again, NAS is also fully bearish if you look at the models. Same thing as US30. All of the indices have been bearish lately, so I knew going into this week that NAS was bearish. After these 3 break-evens on Sunday, I knew we were probably going to hit a win pretty soon. And yeah, going down to the 15-minute. 15-minute is also in a bearish model. We got 5 breaks down here. And I believe that the zone I used for this trade was a 15-minute fractal. Or maybe, no, wait, no, it wasn't actually. Sorry, it was a 4-minute zone. I think that zone came after, but the indicator wants to load. Yeah, so the zone I used here was just the zone from break 3 on the 4-minute. We tap into it right here. And then, oh, I know, it was actually a fractal zone. So this was 4-minute break 3. Let's label it 4-minute B3. We actually tapped that initially, and then we invalidated right here with the swing rule. So the swing rule would have invalidated with this triple M getting broken above. And then I was waiting for a retap into that zone, but it didn't quite tap it. But the reason why I caught this trade is because I noticed that we also have a fractal zone. Let me delete this big zone here. I think it's easier to look at, but we also had a fractal zone happen, a fractal break happen on the 4-minute like this. So, you know, with the strategy, you can look for any types of zones, structural zones, fractal zones, intermediary zones, anything is fine. So, you know, even though I was looking for this zone to get tapped, Didn't get tapped, that doesn't matter. We tapped into this fractal zone with this fractal break right here. Tapped into the zone, got our validation, type 1, with this red triple M. And from there, I was looking at the 15 second for a short. So again, we're going to go to the 15 second. And same thing as always, we're just looking for a stage to occur. So we have 4 breaks up here, and we're essentially just looking for a cluster. We didn't get a cluster on that first break. Second break, no cluster. 2 breaks up, 1 break down. This cluster zone gets tapped right here. MAs are pretty much crossing through each other right there, so that was good for me to place the order on the next low, which happened right there. And yeah, so again, this one hit the TP. The ATR calculation gave us 3.89 for the TP. And again, this one actually ended up running a lot more too. I think this one ran like 10 RR at the bottom as well. But again, we follow our rules. Yeah, and so pretty W day there. It was about 9 RR profit on the day. And I'll see you guys in the next trade breakdown.